So we're here today at Finally Coffee near Bugis Street, and this is Tarik Thoughts Series 2. Okay, season 2 lah basically.
Yeah,
And
so
I'm starting off with meeting Iqmal Haziq here, and please introduce yourself.
hello everyone. My name is Haziq, Ikmal Haziq. I am a student by profession. At the same time, also I am a financial consultant. And basically, what I am doing right now is that I am very passionate about advocating for wealth, but at the same time, really like wealth for your own personal security,
Mm,
well-being. Like
mm,
the family structures and whatnot. I
mm,
would specialize more into the Malay Muslim community here in
mm.
Singapore,
Okay.
but I'm more than happy to interact with anyone because to me, like your pinpoints are what I would like to help and solve
Mm.
mostly.
Okay, okay. Can. Okay, go.
Okay, so finally, coffee is to me is a brand that holds very close to my heart because it's at the center of Bugis. It's
Mm.
located just beside Sultan Mosque, and basically, why is it called Finally Coffee? From what I heard from the owner, is the fact that you find what you're looking for the most when you're trying to find your coffee. You know what I'm saying? Where when you are searching for your coffee,
Right.
it's so hot, so tiring, and then finally, wow, finally coffee. So yeah, thank you so much for the owner for really allowing us to have this space for
Mm,
us to start this podcast with
mm.
us. Thank you.
Okay. So today our topic is about health that which lead to productivity.
Correct.
Correct. So why do you think health can lead to a better productivity in a professional life, basically?
So for me, like health is actually fundamental.
Okay.
Let's be honest,
Right.
because as much as we love to be productive, as much as we love to really do what we want, we need health.
Mm,
You can have a lot of wealth, can have a lot of money, you can have a lot of XYZ of doing things, but without
mm,
health,
mm,
which is fundamental, you
mm,
can't do anything.
mm,
It's always the cliche, right?
mm,
The person who's laying in bed wishes that he has your health, or the
mm.
person that who has health wishes that you have wealth and
Right.
whatnot.
Right.
So to me, health is a crux. Without it, you cannot do anything as a human being functionally.
True. True.
So how it leads
Okay.
back to your professional
Mm,
living is the fact that, firstly, from an image standpoint, uh,
okay. Mm, mm,
generally speaking, a
mm,
healthy person would
mm.
be able to have a healthy body. It's apparent, you can see,
Yep. Yep.
right?
Yep. It
Generally, like
makes sense. Yep.
you wouldn't really associate a person who's of a certain standard, like whether he's obese as
Mm,
healthy. No, I don't think no one would ever say that.
okay.
Regardless of where they come from.
Mm,
But that's where it comes where from their image, it shows that firstly you take care of yourself. When you take care
mm,
of your health,
mm.
it co-aligns with yourself essentially. That's
Right.
one.
Right.
And secondly, besides image, it also shows it's not just about the image. It's also the fact that sorry, it's not just the image. It's also really like the work ethic because it's substance
Mm,
in the sense where
mm,
for you to be healthy, for you to
mm,
have health, there has to be work done. You can't just put yourself through a
mm.
AI health generator or something, right? You can't just put that
Right.
online and suddenly you're
Right.
healthy. No, it doesn't work that way. It's a hustle.
Okay.
It's a hustle for yourself, really.
Okay.
Without it, you can't achieve it. No
Correct.
one has ever said that I'm healthy
Mm.
by doing nothing. No one has ever said that.
Okay. So means to say, if we want to keep healthy
Mm-hmm.
and to be more productive at work,
Correct.
we have to put in the effort.
Correct.
Maybe
Correct.
exercise, have a
Correct.
routine, habits perhaps.
Correct.
Do you have a special habit or
Mm.
routine that you can share with everyone?
Okay. So
Yeah.
for me personally, I love to
Mm,
be all encompassing.
mm,
So when it comes to habits, right? Let's talk about the mental.
mm.
So when I wake up, I try
Mm.
my very best. I mean, I'm a Muslim, so I have my
Okay.
5 daily prayers.
Mm,
But besides that, also, I use
mm.
my daily prayers as meditation times for
Correct.
me to really wind down, or
Mm,
if it's like the first prayer of the day, for me to
mm,
think about what I need to do for the day. If it's my
mm.
last prayer of the day, wind down before I go to sleep
And do
and
reflections.
reflection. So,
Mm,
3 reflection times for the day.
correct.
That would help me a lot to really get my mental job, get my mental in a more comfortable space for me
Mm,
to function operationally.
mm,
Besides the mental, there's also the physical. So this one, like I mentioned prior, you can't run away from.
mm.
Ironically, you can't run away from me, like, get it?
Yup, 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 yup.
Sorry. So in that sense, where like you run, for me, I love to run a lot. I love to
Okay.
run, so I run about like 2 times per week now.
Right.
Um,
Mm,
and I usually run like beyond 2.4 to about 5 km per
okay.
session.
Okay.
Other than running, also I love to ruck.
Ruck.
Rucking is okay for
How do you spell it? Ruck.
RUCK.
RUCK. Okay.
Correct.
Okay.
So rucking essentially is a fast walk. You don't have to jog. You don't have to run. It's a
Okay.
fast walk with weights on. We're looking at like 5 kg and above.
Right.
Just carry your backpack.
Okay.
It basically akin to all your army boys, all your soldiers,
Uh,
right? You carry your FBO,
Right.
you walk,
Right.
same concept.
It's just like carrying a baby. Like.
Exactly. Also, if you have a child, also yeah, please go on.
Yeah.
So like
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
sense, you carry 5 kg, you walk
Yeah.
about maybe it doesn't have to be like 2 hours, 5 hours, or
Okay.
it can just be 1 hour tops, or even half an hour even.
But how long?
It really depends because
I mean the distance.
the distance, right? Personally, is doesn't really matter. In
So
my
it
opinion,
depends on our speed.
it depends on the pace. So usually at
Right.
5 kg,
Mm.
5 kg pay that I recommend about like a 4 km per hour pace.
4 km
Per
per
hour
hour.
pace.
So the
So
pacing.
yes, correct. So in
Whoa.
sense, if you are carrying
Okay.
that weight and you're walking at
Right.
4 km after 1 hour, then I
Mm.
think kudos, you have done sufficient in that sense.
So is there an app to track your speed,
I
or
mean, for me,
is it walking almost running
for me,
sense?
personally, like you can use Strava, you can use
Strava. Strava.
all your fitness apps like your Map My Fitness, Strava,
Okay.
or even your Apple. If you're an Apple user, your
Right.
Apple Health and everything,
Right.
or your Garmin, or your what have you out there,
Fitbit and all
Fitbit,
this.
yes,
Okay, okay.
they will help you to align. You just need to. There should be like just put it as walking or just put it as
Right.
jogging, and then
Right.
just go for it.
I think this is good for especially for people who are more than 40 years old.
Correct,
Perhaps. So it's really the tracking of our speed
Correct.
that we need to take care
Correct.
of. So
It's a full body workout without
really
really saying that it's a full body workout in my
Okay.
opinion, because like
Okay.
it's firstly you have to carry something, so it's like your static, your strength exercise,
Right.
but at the same time also it's calisthenic because you are on a like you're walking fast in that sense.
Right.
So that's why it helps a lot for me if I let's
So
say
so would you say that for groups, demographic groups like for myself,
Mhm.
below 45, do we need? I mean, there was a trend where people do FIIP,
Yeah, heat workouts, yes,
HIIT workouts,
correct,
and lifting weights. And all that.
yes.
So what's the big difference here?
Okay, so uh okay, first I have to officially say that I'm not an SNCF
Yeah, of
coach.
course.
I am not a coach.
Yeah,
I'm
this is
just here
just
speaking for experience and whatnot.
sharing experience.
Huge shout out to Evan Yap Fitness. If you guys want a fitness coach, I'll link you to
Okay.
that. So other than that, okay, as you mentioned, like your heat and your strength training.
Strength
So
training.
strength training is really about your hypertrophy. It's really about
Hypertrophy. Okay.
really how you want to define your muscles and whatnot.
Okay.
It plays a function where it makes you look good when you look in the mirror.
So you can't lose weight.
Lose, that's not the main function. You can
Oh.
with some exercise you can, but that's not
Right.
its main function. Heat is really about how to be a calisthenic all rounder. In a sense, because you're doing a push up and then suddenly you're doing jumping jacks.
Yeah, keep
Suddenly-
changing.
Yeah, it keeps changing.
Yeah.
It keeps you mobile, it keeps you agile, it keeps you flexible. So in the sense where like
Right.
if strength training is about how you look,
Mm.
heat is about how you function.
Right. Okay. Okay.
But obviously, as any fitness person would say, the cardio is generally where you want to lose your if you want to lose your weight. If your
Yeah.
main goal is losing weight, predominantly cardio is your best friend.
So rucking is cardio.
Rucking is cardio plus in my opinion, because
Cardio
it
plus.
intertwines with HIIT also a bit. If you, I mean, I know some people who do
Yes,
rucking and then
yes.
you really push up with all your weights. So
Okay.
it is possible. So definitely in that sense,
Okay. So if someone wants to manage their weight, like myself, I want
Yeah.
to reduce my weight.
Okay.
Is rucking? Do I need to do a daily rucking?
So
4 kilometers per day.
personally, for me, it's about the habits.
Right.
So if let's say
going back to habits.
your main goal and your goal is also the main priority, right?
Right.
Let's assume that it aligns main, then yes, please do. That'll be great. But
Okay.
let's be honest,
Bro, if I don't have time.
we don't have time. Let's be real.
Right.
So for me, try to find some ways that you can slot time in. So let's try to go for 3 to 4 times per week.
Okay.
Okay, if you legit cannot, 2 to 3 times.
Okay. Understand.
So in that sense, like at least right,
So Saturday, Sunday.
Saturday, Sunday, then confirmed, and then 1 or 2 more days during the weekdays. Try to slot in.
How about the timing wise? Does it
Timing
matter?
wise,
Morning, evening.
that's the beauty of it. It's very
Right.
flexible.
Right.
You literally can do it whenever, wherever. let's say if you're like a person who carries a backpack, you don't need to have a coordinated, oh, I must carry this kind of, you have
Right.
a backpack, and your backpack, let's say you just put your heavy laptop,
Right.
all your documents and whatnot, it should fit about 5 kg or close to
Okay.
tops. Then in that case, instead of like going home straight, maybe you
Yeah.
can take a short walk. I mean, short, relatively short lah.
So instead of taking a bus from
Yeah,
the station,
correct.
you
You walk
walk home.
home, yeah. And I mentioned this also in my Berita Harian article, where I lost 30 kilograms in 9 months.
Ah, yes.
So
Haziq here lost how many again?
30 kilograms in 9 months.
30 kilograms in 9 months. And that was how many years ago?
Oh, that was in 2021, but it's recorded in the 2022 article. I mentioned it.
MashaAllah, wow.
So
Amazing.
honestly, right, why I mentioned mental right at the
Right.
start is because it's really about habit building and everything. Like
Right.
it's really about having a proper plan of doing this or whatnot. Because okay, I'm as much as it can be seen that I've lost those weights, whatnot, but what you see, right, is actually a accumulation of a lot of struggles I had prior. Because my weight loss journey started during COVID time.
Correct. You
Because
told me this. Yeah.
I'm just gonna share a bit here, but
Yeah, share a bit,
article link below. So like I'm just gonna say that truly that what happened was that during when we came back to school after COVID, after circuit breaker ended, right? I had
It's poly days.
JC days.
JC.
Right, so I had a PE session.
Okay.
And I blacked out. I vomited.
Ah.
I was like, whoa, that was crazy.
Wow.
That was, to me, I had a lot of loss of, like, legit, it felt like NDE, right? It felt like a near death. Because to me, like, I never thought that I could, like, breathe and then close, like, my eyes were open, but I cannot see.
How do you know your eyes are open? Or you can feel your eyes are open?
Yeah, because I wasn't.
Wow, this is really near
and
death.
then my teacher was like just calming me down because I cannot see. And then like he realized I was really starting to hyperventilate. So I had to like calm myself down.
Right.
And then that's when I realized that I am living on my youth. I had to I mean, like a warrior mindset, I had to fight and struggle.
Right.
I had to fight for myself lah.
Because this is below 20 years old, right?
Yeah, this was below when I was below 20. Because
Right.
I realized that if I'm just gonna keep on like this, I don't think I can make it to my 30s even.
Correct.
So
that makes sense.
with that was the Pandora's box of my life.
Mental challenge.
And then I just decided, you know what, let's make it a priority. But it wasn't easy. It was a struggle because I tried your typical let's not just eat calorie deficit bit, which works at a certain time for a while. But at the end of the day, you have to find a sustainable habit. Really a sustainable habit.
So what drives you? Okay, maybe that near-death experience drives you to change your lifestyle. And how do you get that habit kick in? What was the drive?
So firstly, recognition of your own daily habits. Firstly, for you to
self-awareness again.
Exactly.
For you to talk about this in the Tarik
correct.
one.
So in a sense, for you to know what to change, you need to know what you do. Right. So for me, I laid down what was my daily habits. What was I was eating. I was eating nasi goreng, fried rice and everything. Right. I was eating a lot of that, a lot of oily food. My food proportion. Yeah.
You write this down?
I did. I was with my HPB counselor when I met him and everything. And he told me like, how's your diet? And then to me, he started to change the subtle changes to my diet. He said, okay, you like nasi goreng? Okay, fine. You like ayam goreng? Okay, fine. You like you like all that, can. We can not throw it away. We can still implement it. But let me change your perspective. Instead of you eating one whole plate of nasi goreng, you take that one plate, you change it. I change it to only 1/4 of the plate. You want your ayam goreng, can. But instead of you putting like 5 ayam goreng per meal, change it 1/4 of your plate is meant for your ayam goreng.
You had 5 ayam goreng.
Sedap apa bang? Janganlah. Yeah, if I can find a picture, if I have a picture, I'll send it and everything. Okay. I was 100 kilograms and 100 kilograms unhealthy. Like it's not the kind where you look like you're 100. No, I was legit unhealthy, and it was apparent. And because I was raised by a really loving grandmother. Who, nenek Melayu kan suka masak. Cucu jangan cakap tak makan. Like every day, every meal is like a feast. So to me, like that showed a lot of how like it made my lifestyle unhealthy lah. So back to what the counselor said.
Instead of 5, you eat
Yeah,
1.
one, correct. And then 1/4 of my plate. Then the other half
Mm.
is put your fruits and vegetables.
Fruits and vegetables.
Correct. So
Okay.
your half, quarter for HPB.
Okay.
Main issue, I
Okay.
hated vegetables.
You don't eat vegetables
Sayur,
before that. Before that.
yeah, before that I hated
Okay.
it.
So how?
So my counselor was like, okay, you hate vegetables, can, but in life, it's not possible that you hate everything.
Okay.
Normal lah, right?
Right.
So he said, instead of me
Ah.
forcing you down your throat that you need to eat your tauge,
Veggies.
you need to eat your kailan,
Right.
Instead of doing that, he said their approach was find what you like, increase that volume. And
So-
I can eat carrots. I like carrots. Okay,
So you increase carrots.
increase carrots. So I like my kangkong, increase my kangkong. Yeah, I like my bananas or fruits, increase my banana, increase my apples. Make sure that it's half of my plate. Simple.
That's true.
So in a sense,
Wow.
through me, like that really helped me a lot because food apportionment was important,
That's true.
and that was when like from that alone,
Mm.
it might seem
Mm.
minuscule, but it really changes my habits because
Mm.
it instead of like your calorie deficit on my phone and track, right? It's basically not a mental tracker. Because when I go to the
Mental
makcik,
tracker.
I tell the makcik, saya nak satu ayam goreng.
Okay, correct.
It's simple enough that I can think on my brain,
Right.
but it's complicated enough that I have to actually make a conscious effort. I can't
Yeah,
just.
I have one question.
Yes, go ahead.
What if your nenek fry you 5 ayam goreng, but you only eat 1? How do you explain that?
Yeah, I mean at that time my nene has passed away.
Okay.
Okay, but other than that also like in reality because
Right.
in a sense like it's okay, this is already back to communication and it's
Yeah.
related to professionally sales also, right? For
Right.
your industry. You have to relay your lifestyle and relay your expectations to the other party and then tell them and get from a social standpoint, get other people involved. Because at the end of the day, you are a reflection of the 5 closest people to you. So in a sense where like if you realize that if you're overweight, high chance be 5 people around you, click one finger, confirm some of them are also overweight.
Why 5?
I mean, it's an arbitrary.
Okay.
I didn't give this code. It's just a number lah.
I thought you read a book about this.
I did. But,
Okay.
So I have to be honest, I didn't know about it, but
Okay.
it's a good observation. I realized that 5 because my 5 closest people were at that time also in the same mindset as me. They were also a bit like carefree about their health. They're not health conscious. They don't care about it. So I had to say that I was changing in that sense. And I had to for me to level up. I hope you understand that. I'm not forcing you to level up with me. I'm just saying that if when you meet with me, I'm just saying that I may have to reject because of this and that. But I hope you understand. It's for my own well good. If you want to join me, hey, lovely bros, come. Welcome to the club.
It's the environment.
Exactly. So really, it's gonna be difficult at start, definitely. Like when I meet, it's like, hey, how come you suddenly
change?
Yeah, it's gonna be apparent. But I mean, that's what needs to be done, because so that's one angle to it. Another angle is that you're not going to be networking 24/7. There will be times where you're going to eat alone, right? If you cannot change your social circumstance, at least strive to do what needs to be done when you're on your own, because no one's going to watch you. You are your own check and balance.
Correct.
So if you cannot control the social aspect, fine. Then when you eat alone, make sure that when every opportunity that you eat alone, eat it in a way that you have learned. Discipline.
Wow.
Because I mean, like obviously there's the guys who are hyper disciplined, the ones who can really control their social environment. And those guys, kudos, maybe but the ones who cannot, at least ensure that when no one's watching you, do what needs to be done. Because those small habits will build up. In a sense where like, was it easy for me to sit down and say I need to do this? No, it wasn't. I'm not gonna. But did I do it eventually? Alhamdulillah, definitely did it eventually.
Okay, so coming back to the point of productivity, when you have a good health, productivity will align.
Correct.
And you work better and you work efficiently, right? Okay, why do you think there's this mindset of health comes along with productivity? Why can't someone who have an average health or who doesn't actually exercise and all this, but he still be productive? Where is that gap? What
So
do you think? This is your
correct.
opinion, of course.
This is my opinion.
Yeah.
So in a sense, productivity. What is the definition of productivity? I don't have a dictionary, but
Yeah.
but at least from my own personal
Yeah.
perspective,
Yeah.
is the fact that I would see productivity by the habit standpoint. Right? Because obviously we can come with the argument that if you define productivity by your output edit, I mean not your output where it is measurable,
Yeah, correct.
then this one it may not align to what I'm about to say. Because if it's measurable,
Correct.
sometimes like
Ah.
if your average Joe can also make sales clients without even caring about itself.
KPIs.
KPI can be met, right?
Yeah.
From a number
Yeah.
standpoint, I may not align. So I have to admit that.
Right.
But what I would say is the fact that generally speaking, if the ones who don't even care about their health, they will not even care about their productivity. They will not care to meet the KPI because at the end of the day, your health is your basic needs from a Maslow hierarchy standpoint. It's very basic that if you don't care about your health,
Right.
for you to get up to the higher ranks, for you to care about your family, about your social, for your idealistic dreams, it's quite hard already lah. But can it be done? Yes, if you just go for it. I mean, let's mention like the ones who don't care about the productivity. I mean, the ones who don't care about the health but still can be productive.
Correct.
So these are the ones that to them, kudos. Good to them,
Right.
good for them.
Right.
But for me, like for the average Joe, for the ones who's just starting out,
Yeah.
who wants to really be productive in that sense, let me just give an example, right? If let's say you're not taking care of your health, you want to be productive, high chance is that you're gonna eat a heavy lunch, you're gonna eat a heavy dinner.
True. Yeah.
Right? If you tell me your heavy is heavy on fruits and vegetables, can I give it to you. Right? It's healthy. But high chance, let's take a Singaporean rule. I give you my my chai pang, right? My rice, my vegetables, your veggies. Same thing if you're nasi padang, if you're Malay, same thing, if you're
Gravy,
Indian
all
rice,
that,
all that same thing.
Yeah,
Regardless of race, language, or religion,
Right.
same concept.
Right.
How do you feel after you eat such a meal?
When you come back, office with the aircon blowing on you, comfortably on your chair, you'll be like sleepy.
Correct.
Sleepy.
Sleepy.
Then after that, you get a snack.
Exactly. Right, you're sleepy, you get a snack,
Yeah.
and then you basically just straight up, you're not gonna do work anymore because when you're sleepy, right, you want comfort, and unless you tell me that your lifestyle work is your comfort, which is kudos, but high chance it's not lah. So that's when like really you need to take care of your health first. You need to take care of your habits. You need to take care of your mindset before you can be more productive. I'm saying because in a sense like there are also your productivity gurus, your productivity advocates who would tell me contrary to me like I mean their school of thought is really productive means this heck care your health you do this. But at the end of the day right, I come from a standpoint where I want you to be sustainable. I want you to really be able to whatever you do today, let's assume an X output. Tomorrow is still going to be X, not X minus 1 or X minus whatever. It's still going to be the same output minimally, hopefully.
Okay.
Right? Obviously, assuming ceteris paribus, assuming there's no external circumstances that changes and whatnot. So I want you to ensure that you can keep X output irregardless of the day. You can still function the same way. Without you like suddenly today you're doing what X cube X whatever and then tomorrow Y cannot and the Y is lower than X. To me, that's very much something that I would not want for anyone also, even myself.
Right. So going back to your transition of 100 kilos to what now?
I mean
70?
100 to 70, correct.
100 to 70. So
guys, I am bulking right now with my personal coach. That's why I'm a bit more. I have to admit, I'm now a bit bigger, but
on the muscle mass.
On the muscle mass, yes, muscle mass.
So from 170, was there a big change of energy level? Do you notice that?
Oh, yeah, solid, bro.
Really?
Like really. Like I mean, it helped me to make me go run for this.
Correct. Okay.
I mean, not Forrest Gump kind of run for this, but run in a way where I could be because at that time I was studying right. So I would go for my school from about 8 or 9 depending on the day to about 12:30, 12. Then I can take a break where I pray and I go for a run. Then come back afterwards at about like 2 or 3. Continue my studying. Take another break. Go to the gym afterwards because I have a school gym. At about 5. And then afterwards come back and study again, and I can study until 9 or whatnot in my night study program or whatnot. So to me, like the change in energy levels is there. It's concerning. I mean, it's not concerning. It's there and it's drastic, because for me, I don't think it's possible if I was still holding on to the 100 kilograms of weight. And
Yeah, makes sense.
the other than just the physical, right? The mental is also the same. When I was studying, when I was with 100 kilograms of weight on myself, and the weight is unhealthy weight, so the unhealthy weight where all your nasi goreng lah and whatnot, like I cannot function. Like I can do your light reading, I can still read my lecture notes, that one still okay. But the moment I want to get started on my work or whatnot, the moment I want to get started on like writing essays, because I was doing a lot of essay based subjects, then like wow, the mental strain, the focus is really off. Because like we can talk about the motivation, we can talk about discipline, yes.
Yeah.
But the health also plays a factor where like I was just yawning, I was just like sleepy when I'm doing
The level of energy.
energy is different. But the moment once I changed my lifestyle,
Yeah.
really like I need, it became the opposite issue where like I
Yeah.
need to be on the running drive. I need to be on like my
So you're motivated.
well, yeah,
It's within that 9 months, right? Is it?
yeah,
Or after the 9
after
months?
the 9 months,
After the 9
yeah.
months.
So in a sense, it's really like I reaped the rewards after those 9 months when I was in doing my A-level year. Really helped a lot.
Okay, so I would say that if we take care of our health and we make changes to our lifestyle,
Correct.
you'll be more effective lah, and
Correct.
productivity will be optimized.
Correct.
Right?
Definitely.
Optimized. And it really, when as a professional standpoint, time is of essence.
Correct.
Yeah. So I would say that it really, the challenge is actually ourselves. Whether we want to change it now, or I mean, you don't think about, oh, one day I will do it. You have to have that mindset as today is the day one.
Day one versus 1 year.
Yeah, exactly.
And to me, right, like I think like I have to come from the standpoint when I was growing up, I essentially don't really like I can understand the people who look at the 1 day versus day one mindset where
Correct.
they would like, but I'm not this, I'm not that yet, I'm not this XYZ yet, right? Which is good, the fact that you already have the word yet at the end of it, which means there's a possibility you're gonna be it one day, correct? Yet at the same time, right? Ironically, but yet at the same time,
Yeah.
the one when you realize the ones who already made it, they started off by not having it already. What you see is when they have made it. You have not seen months, years, or whatever amount of time prior that they started with nothing. Started with nada, with zero income, or started with zero training, or started with just nothing. They had to work on themselves, and that's the issue of image, like in a sense where like you see that and you think and you want to be that normal, like you will gravitate towards that. But really, the real story is for you to get that, you have to really start the work now. And even if it means right, you're starting to work, like how I put it, I think my favorite quote phrase is that if you want to lose weight, you have to get comfortable sweating. Straight up.
Right.
I can, and I put this out as a challenge even. I don't think any self-fitness guru would dare to say you that you can lose weight without even sweating a sweat. If they can do that, come me. I want to be their first client. Confirm
Yeah.
that
You have to sweat,
no one will say it. Like you have to sweat, you have to get uncomfortable, you have to look ugly. No, like straight up, you have to look like like I'm running. Oh my god. That it really you have to. It's like fighting yourself in a sense, right? You have to look at yourself. You have to, in a sense, shred your inner self in that sense, right? Really,
my opinion, I think, is like we have to force ourselves, because there are days that, like, in the past few days it's always raining. So if I'm in the regime of running every day, then it suddenly rain for many days. So I was at that junction before where it's raining, and I came to a point that I tell my wife, hey, I'm still going to run. And she asked me, but it's raining. How are you going to run? I'm going to run at the multi-story car park. Right? So instead of going to and fro from 2.5 to 2.5, I run. I walk and jog about 10 rounds of the car park. Just to make that 5 kilometers. And I was using Adidas app.
Adidas
on my watch. So that was motivation for me, because nowadays people like to pay data insights and all this.
correct.
even in exercising,
Yeah,
you have your
there is
data
like
insights.
insights, correct.
And from there,
Yeah,
you have to motivate yourself. Hey,
correct.
I want to be more. I
More,
want to be
yeah,
5 more%
correct.
tomorrow, 5 more
Yeah,
percent. Then
correct.
you look your weight going up.
Yeah,
Right?
correct.
Yeah. I was at the junction.
Yeah,
And you actually ignite to for me to redo my habit again.
yeah, yeah,
To start rucking again.
yeah. I mean,
Oh,
mind if I jump in?
yeah.
Honestly speaking, right?
Right.
I just finished my national service.
Right.
With
Yeah.
the
Still fit lah.
Alhamdulillah for that. Right. I mean,
Yeah.
I was with the military and everything, and I was in a unit where like fitness was a culture also. Definitely.
There was a commando.
Yes, I was with the first commando battalion.
Right.
But I think my greatest, I would say, like, if I could put it, my prime mindset was really when I was in that phase where I was losing that 90 kilograms.
Right.
Because, sorry, that losing that 30 kilograms in the 9 months.
Correction.
It's because, to me, right, like, I mean, Alhamdulillah, the commandos, it was really like a culture. It became something that, like, you have to meet the standards. You have to this and whatnot.
Okay.
But when I was doing the 30 in 9 months, there was no such, I wasn't in a culture that
You
such.
haven't.
I was, yeah.
You were not in commandos.
Exactly. I was just a pre-enlistee. I was just another GC kid trying to get A levels. So in a sense, right, I was, to me, like, people always say like what the external motivation, the extrinsic motivation.
Correct. Yeah.
But to me, I felt like those 30 in 9,
Mm.
30 to 9, right, is really like intrinsic motivation to the max. Honestly speaking, it felt very odd because like I wasn't my family is not really health conscious or whatnot. My friends at that time, we were just focused on getting our A grades. I wasn't pursuing any romantic relationships or something like that.
Okay.
Or it wasn't a factor that made me want to.
So it was not an image issue.
It wasn't an image. It was
really a health.
Yeah, it was really just for me. Like I think my
Your near-death experience.
Like it was just me pushing myself to say that let my next near death be something that I'm okay with.
Wow.
Not in a way where like I'm like just taken aback, that like really something like if I'm gonna like suddenly hyperventilate after a run and okay, I'm happy with it. In that sense. I mean, I'm not advocating for that kind of thing, but in that sense, like to me, like I think the moment I went through that phase, I think that has always been my greatest motivation that pushes me forward. Because like when I was during my NS journey as NSF, like was it easy? No, it wasn't. But I guess I look back at that time when I did it all for myself, because like when I look at that to me that was my drive, that was my power for me to push on and whatnot and persevere. Because when you realize that you are working for nothing, or in a sense you're not working for more like extra, you're not working for anything extrinsic, and it's really intrinsic. The power is different. Honestly, it's very different. Right, like very, very different. You push yourself to levels that it's not about like I'm not here to meet the standard. I'm here to set the bar. In that sense, for myself, like
Okay. I would say that every professional out there, if they're not in a relationship or they're not a parent themselves, I think the drive is to get that energy.
Correct.
And with energy, sufficient energy, you can be more productive.
Correct.
You can think better, especially after lunch, maybe.
Yes.
I have this idea of eating too much fruits have too high sugar. Is it? What are your thoughts on that?
I think in that sense,
like apples, orange. My kids eat every day apples.
Yeah. I mean, too much. Generally, I don't think.
Is it okay? Well, you eat banana, right?
I eat bananas and apples, so obviously the sugar is there. So it's really about if you know that your sugar input is already from there, then reduce your non-sugary drink.
Wow.
Because like I mean, it's an opportunity because you have to think and balance, right? So if you are aware that such foods are like that, then yes, and like for me, like for those 9 months, I've pushed myself. I called myself a social drinker, in a sense where like I just drank plain water every day. Like today, I really drank like non like sugary drinks like afterwards. Only after like when I'm meeting someone or I'm going for if I'm by myself, plain water. Let's go. That's really something. So to me, like I think as you mentioned, right, as a parent and whatnot, like external motivation would help. It would help definitely. I'm not
so that 5 degree.
People and whatnot. It would help a lot.
Right.
But I think that is your step 2. Your step 1 must always be also. Because like I realized that external motivation will fade away eventually. I mean, regardless whether it be things, status, people, it will fade away.
Right.
But when you are all alone, who do you rely on? I mean, we can talk about
The
the
step two.
people.
People.
People when it's all gone, right?
Right.
Yourself. Step one.
So step one is yourself.
Yeah.
Step two, the people you surround with.
Yes.
Maybe just five, minimum 5 people.
Yeah.
Is there a step three?
Step three, I would say, is a greater cause, a higher calling, a higher power. I mean, in that sense, I mean,
Right.
irregardless whether it being from a theological aspect, from religious standpoint,
Ah,
or from a social standpoint, like maybe you want to
Right.
contribute like to society,
Community work.
community work, that kind of. So yeah, so in sense,
It's true.
it's if you want to put it in a systematic framework, it's really yourself,
Yeah.
your closest network,
Yeah.
and then something that you advocate for, right? Because a lot of people will
That's
say
good. Yeah.
health advocate,
Yes.
wealth advocate, your XYZ advocate, and then you have to ask them like who exactly are you advocating? Because as a concept, you're already you care about the concept, but concepts are abstract. You have
Correct.
to make it, I guess you have to make it real in a sense, and
Oh, I
the
love it.
people
Yeah.
and the people or whatever physical item you want to call it, it
Right.
would really make the abstract more real for you, more pragmatic for you in that sense.
Wow. That's good. Thank you very much, Haziq. This is has been very fruitful.
Yes, indeed.
I've learned so much. I'm inspired to start again.
Just
Because
give me a ring.
when we were in the lockdown, or cannot go out. The only reason that I can go out is to go and jog.
Yeah, correct.
Remember?
Yes.
And cycling.
Yeah, cycling.
You
Yeah.
don't have to wear mask.
Mask,
So
correct.
my drive back then to go and jog is because I don't have to wear mask when I'm outside.
Correct.
And I love the outdoors.
Yes, understandable.
So it became a habit every day when I was doing remote work. Back then, right? So every day before work, I would run.
Yeah.
Go out and run, and I make sure with my Adidas run app, I make it up to 2.5, and then at the point of 2.5 mark, I still have to come back home.
Yeah.
So that's 5 kilometers every day.
Yeah,
And I lost almost 8 to 10 kilos.
Alhamdulillah, that's good. That's good.
Yeah. So, mashallah. So yeah, it makes sense. What you shared.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
No, thank you, Khalid, for really inviting me. I'm
welcome.
happy to really have a chat about this, health and productivity.
Yes.
Because it's really intermingled. One is more fundamental than the other, but it really aligns.
Thanks for coming for this Tarik talks and share.
I guess we're changing the name to Latte Talks.
Yeah, apparently we have to change
the name to Finally Coffee. Once more, thank you so much, Finally Coffee, for providing this spot.
Yep. Finally.
Thank you. Cut.
Okay, Baba, I think that is 8 minutes. That's nice. More than my first